Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers, and we're so excited because we are here with Rino di Berardino. Did I say that right, Rino?
Amazing. Yes.
Thank
Tough one, but you did great.
thank you so much. And he is with One Stop Abruzzo. You may know him from his YouTube channel. He is killing it on YouTube, going all over Abruzzo, looking at properties and doing all kinds of amazing things. So we're here to talk to him about Abruzzo, what's great about it, some of the property ideas that he has, and what he does and can do for you. So welcome, Rino. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me on the channel. I'm pretty good. Thanks for the opportunity and to speak with your viewers.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So tell me, of course, we haven't been really spending a lot of time in Abruzzo, so it's new to us. How would you explain what it's like and some of the things you love the most about it?
It's funny that you say it because it's exactly what has driven me into creating the channel. Abruzzo is a lesser known region of Italy. It's on the center of Italy, so near Rome, I would say, just 200 kilometers, which is 120 miles or something. So when you think about the distances, it's not too far. But in the years, it never got the popularity as Tuscany, Umbria, or Sicily. It's always a hidden region in Italy. And I thought it was an interesting opportunity for me to promote my region to a wider audience. And started doing virtual property tours of houses for sale. We can talk about it later, about the prices. But the region itself, honestly, it doesn't have anything less than other region. We have beautiful beaches, the mountains, so you can ski. You have nice weather for most of the year. We have historical towns. So I always wondered why aren't we more popular versus other regions? So yeah, that's basically the whole idea about it. And hopefully with your promotion, more people will come to us.
Yeah, we're definitely focusing up north more, and of course, Abruzzo is very close to where we're going to be focusing our attention. So it makes sense to look at all of these areas because it hasn't been promoted as much as some of the other areas. The values there might be really, really great for somebody looking for the traditional, even the Tuscan experience, because it's not that far from Tuscany. And I'm sure you have the rolling hills and the pointy cypress trees that everybody loves in Tuscany, right?
Yes, we do it not quite as the those sweepy, smooth hills of Tuscany, but we do have some soft hills here as well. And you're right, Tuscany is not far. I would say like Arezzo, which is kind of south of Tuscany, it's 250 or something kilometers, so it's quite convenient to reach. And the advantage here that you are in the center of Italy, but politically it's south of Italy. So we do get the lower prices that you mentioned, and also we have the 7% tax rate on income because we are technically south of Italy. So if you choose to buy in cities with less than 20,000 people, you also have these disadvantages, and we have the €1 houses on some towns as well. So it's good, worth to look at.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that about Abruzzo. I didn't know that they were technically south of Italy. So that is very compelling because a lot of people are looking for that 7% tax advantage there. And I have seen some of the beaches in Abruzzo, and they are stunning. So we cannot wait to get up there and start poking around with you and looking at things and, getting a tour of the area. I see in your background, I'm sure that's Abruzzo. Is that right?
Indeed, this is on the background is Chieti, where I live. Chieti and Pescara are very close. Pescara is the main city in Abruzzo. It's around 160,000 people. Chieti is about 60,000. And yeah, you can see the mountain. It's pretty close. And you can just about see the cathedral there. It's an historical city. It's actually older than Rome. So think about it. It's if you Google it, yeah, the old name is Teate, and it's older than Rome. So definitely check it out.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's very close to the mountains and to the sea as well. You mentioned the beaches here. There are a very famous coastline. It's called the Costa dei Trabocchi, where there are these classical constructions on the sea that fishermen used to fish, and now they turned it into restaurant, and it's quite scenic. So definitely worth looking.
I think I've seen videos with that or documentaries where it's like a little house that juts out over the sea and they would fish from there, right?
Exactly. It's typically with wood, but is exactly what you say. Yeah. And now I would say 8 out of 10 are restaurants now. So it's an experience to have food there. So definitely recommended if you're visiting.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. So you mentioned Chieti. What other cities are there that we should know about and seek out as either tourists or property hunters?
Okay, so I mentioned also Pescara, which is the biggest one. I have to say, I rarely get interest for Pescara, which is weird because if you speak to my fellow Italian nationals, they always want Pescara, but the expats are not looking for it. So that's strange. Yeah, the interest I see from coming from abroad is mostly about a nice little borgos, little towns with characteristic buildings, and of course, that's not what you have in Pescara, which is more modern. More modern. So to answer your question, definitely Katie is worth looking at. And one of the most popular town we have, if not the most popular, is Sulmona,
Oh, okay.
which is yeah, towards the center of Abruzzo. It's very famous. And also we have Guardiagrele, Atri, Città Sant'Angelo. I would say start with this. And you already have very a range of cities that you can start looking at if you're planning to have a short vacation or if you're property hunting.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm making notes because I'm going, top towns in Abruzzo to look at. That could be a video.
Exactly.
Good, good.
Yeah, I have an ebook about it, but it's nice. Yeah, definitely come and see those first. And if you're not looking only for cities, as you can see on the mountains, we have a lot of national parks.
Mm.
The Gran Sasso National Park, and we have the southernmost glacier, I think, in Europe,
Oh, okay.
in Gran Sasso.
Wow.
It's 2,900 meters. So again, something to look at if you're looking for hikings and you love nature and mountains.
Yeah, yeah, we do get people who love nature and mountains, and it's always nice. And that picture behind you is stunning. I mean, the mountains are just right there. So, yeah, I can see because we do get a lot of people asking about the characteristic charm, the historic centers, and all of that stuff. They love to walk out their door and then just walk to a bar that's, in a very old town, a beautiful town with all the beauty around them. I have to say that Italy, I think what most draws people to Italy, besides the community, is the aesthetic, the beauty of Italy. Everywhere you go, it's beautiful, it seems. So that's a huge draw. So good, good. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of those properties because I've seen some of the ones on your channel and I kind of poked around about Abruzzo a bit. And some of our clients, as you know, are coming to us and going, hey, what about this? What about that? And looking at various areas in there. Now, what area in Abruzzo, as far as properties go, would you recommend to the American expats? Would it be those best towns or? Is there other areas that are starting to boom a little bit?
Well, if I'm honest, probably yes. I always say to people, it's like when they ask, what is the best phone out there or what is the best notebook out there?
Yeah.
There's never a definitive answer because what do you like? Like you said, do you like having your apartment right outside in the main corso? Just go outside and have 15 restaurants, bar. Yes, that might be the priority. Do you like the tranquility of the countryside? Do you like to be more close to the beach because you don't like winter? Do you like mountains? So tricky to have a definitive answer, but once you have your priorities, I would say the towns that I mentioned are uh, are a good balance because no one among the ones that I mentioned are like up there in the mountains or they don't have less than 5,000 people, I will say. I think maybe only Città Sant'Angelo might be less than 5,000, but the others are around 10,000 or more. So you get a decent amount of people and things to do there, you know. So, but again, I have someone that specifically requests land, or maybe they want to start an agricultural business. So you have exceptions, but in general, I've seen that properties in high demands are where there are classical elements like stoneworks or bricks, or if they are in town center with a terrace,
Yeah.
it immediately gets sold. Or if you have a small garden, you know, not so much, you know, just an outside space and it's close to the cities or to amenities, great. Those are always sold. So those are the properties that sell the most. I have to say the Abruzzo is not huge, especially by American or Canadian or Australian standards. So it's not like if you buy a place, I will just name a town now, if you can Google it, in Farindola, which is in the mountains. It's not like, okay, I'm 4 hours, you know, away from things. It's going to kill me. You get, you know, some bus services, and in less than 30-35 minutes drive, you still can reach a lot of places. So that's convenient, you know.
Ah, okay, okay, that's a big thing. Another big thing, especially for a lot of the people that are coming over as expats, these are retired people. So of course, the proximity to hospitals and things. What about that? Are they pretty close to all of these areas that we recommend?
I would say if health is a priority, which it is, not only for elderly or people retiring, it's always a priority. I would say the best bet is, of course, look for a town that has an hospital.
Mhm.
And there are plenty. There are, of course, the main hospital. For example, in Chieti, you have one of the biggest one, which is also close to the university. So it's really tied together with the research, you know, and you have the best doctors between Pescara, Chieti, Teramo. But many cities have like smaller hospitals, which are still fine. You know, like I mentioned, Sulmona and Guardiagrele, coincidentally, both have an hospital there.
Ah,
Lanciano has an hospital, Vasto has an hospital. So I would say within a 20 kilometers radius, might be wrong here for some provinces. So maybe on L'Aquila's province, which is the one more into the inside of the Abruzzo.
yeah.
But on the east side, I would say within a 25 kilometers radius, you always have an hospital. So health should not be a concern. Plus, you know, Italy has free healthcare, so that's an added bonus. So that's for the health. But I'm quite happy with the health. I've been in hospitals for thankfully smaller surgeries, but you know, something with the eye, something minor things. And I was always pretty happy with how I was treated. So, admittedly, I don't know exactly the standards on other countries. Again, thanks, because means that I didn't need it. But here, generally, we are regarded as a country that with healthcare has no issues whatsoever. And then we can move to another topic, but I feel this is important. If you Let's hope not. But if you have a serious illness, like a serious one,
Yeah.
honestly, between Rome, Bologna, and Milan, they have among three of the best hospitals everywhere. So God forbid you you have something bad. You know that there are excellent centers in Italy, in major cities. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, those who follow the channel know that I was in the hospital for last year, right about this time, for a week because I fell and really, really busted up my ankle. And I have to say, the care I got was fabulous. I had a just top-notch surgeon, and the care, you know, they treat you like family there. It's very different in America from my experiences, having my kids, having my hip replacements and whatnot. Here, it's very I'll just say detached in a lot of ways. Not all of the nurses and whatnot are that way, but I felt that there's not that connection. And when I was in the hospital, I was down in Puglia, Altamura.
All right.
was there.
All right.
I was cared for like crazy, and I really felt like they were caring for one of their family members. They checked on me. They really, really took care of me, and it was very, very nice. So, as far as hospital stays go, it was actually quite pleasant. The food was really good. The coffee was not good, but that's okay. The food was
Yeah.
okay, without salt, but it was still good. I felt
It's still
fed.
hospital, so yeah.
Yeah, but it was good. I mean,
No,
pastina every day, but
yeah. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
uh,
I will say because if you go to my channel, you will see that probably it's different than other channel because I'm not a real estate agent. I'm only a digital marketer, and my mission is to always say the truth, no matter what. So if you see me touring properties, I will just point out the stupid things or bad things that are not of my taste, and I will say the same applies to other things that I say. So probably 20 years ago was even better in Italy. It's like many countries, we've suffered a little bit of cost pressure, and this happened to the state as well, So as we mentioned, healthcare is free, so it's everything is tax on the taxpayer and on the government. I have to say that over the years, I see that some hospitals in smaller cities have closed. There is sometimes more shortages of staff, but again, I know where I'm coming from with comparing us with other countries. So we have to say we had pretty high standards, and we are still high.
yeah.
But yeah, I just wish it was like 20 years ago, but I
Okay.
don't think it's possible anymore.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I was very impressed with the care that I got. And, it's unfortunate that I had to personally experience it, but at least I can say, look, this is my experience, and I thought it was fabulous. So there you go. Well, good. That's a very important topic for these guys, a lot of the guys who follow our channel, because a lot of them haven't decided where they're going to be yet. And this kind of information is so helpful. So thank you for that.